We all hope that there's some kind of line for the MAGA movement, either for individuals or the movement at large, something, please, that could be done by Donald Trump and the Republicans that would cause them to question their loyalty to this man and this self-destructive movement. But I don't really seem like it. It doesn't seem like it in general in terms of the polls. A couple percentage points have changed their mind. And for some individuals, I wonder if there's literally anything Donald Trump could do that would cause them to second guess their loyalty to him. Because we have this case of a man whose wife has been detained by ICE, and it hasn't shaken his faith in Trump at all. This is Artu Sahakian, I believe. I'm sure I mispronounced that in multiple ways. No offense intended. His wife is Iranian and was detained by federal agents outside her home in Diamond Bar, California, which is not that far from where we're at right now. Home surveillance video shows federal agents outside their home. His wife can be seen going inside their house to say bye to their 4 children, and then that's it for her, and God knows if she'll ever be returned to her family. Asked for comment, her husband, about what he thinks about Trump since his wife is in the lockup and could be deported. Trump is not trying to do anything bad. We understand what he's doing. He wants the best for the country. I'm just trying to make the best of it. I don't want any families to go through this. If they are, I apologize for what they're going through because it's hard. So first of all, the idea that Trump is not trying to do anything bad. When your wife is locked up because of his mass deportation thing, and your wife was only targeted because he launched a war with Iran, and she got swept up in searching for Iranian criminals so that they can make a headline about it. He definitely is trying to do bad things, but then he shows empathy for anyone else who's going through this, and then he apologizes for it when he hasn't caused it. Trump has caused it. Why are you jumping in front of the judgment bullet for this guy who doesn't deserve your support or your loyalty? Apparently, his wife was born in Iran, came to the US when she was 3 years old as a refugee. She's an American. She's lived her entire conscious life as an American. She should not be being locked up. But 15 years ago, her green card was revoked over a conviction related to theft. According to the man, it was for misdemeanor stuff, and they've been in a legal process ever since for 15 years to try and regain her citizenship. So this is an indictment of the entire system. He's not questioning that. And then they start targeting these people after the Iran strikes. And I don't know if it's just he has like the most compassion possible, so he's just always trying to see people in the best light, or he just loves Donald Trump so much that Donald Trump could come in and literally strangle his kids to death in front of him, and even that wouldn't cause him to question it. Or this is my conspiracy theorizing or whatever. It's an easy way out of a relationship he didn't want to continue. I don't know. Obviously, I have no evidence to that end, but how are you not raging, man? How are you not outside that ICE detention facility 24/7?
I mean, if somebody showed up and stole my wife and exerted that much power, I'm not sure I would have any incentive to be mean to them. I know you didn't mean it. Can I just have her back? I know this. I know what you're trying to do is a good thing. Can I please have? This is just one of the many strategies you can use when shouting at the ocean. Because Trump doesn't care about you the same way the ocean doesn't care about drowning you if you get caught up in it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's my first take. Also, what jumps out to me is like, so I understand that if you come to this vaguely, conceptually, I understand if you come to this country and we're like, be good, or you can't be an American. You just got here. There's people who've been generationally here for some reason. We have reasons they have more rights or whatever. But like she came here when she was 3, and she's on that same hook for like, don't steal anything. I don't know what she stole, and I don't really want to deal in the specifics of her. But this is a thought experiment that actually made its way into real life. Like, should we hold someone who came here at 3? To that kind of standard where if they steal something, they did not pack their suitcase, put on their business suit, and leave Iran when they were 3.
The 3-year-old did that.
They're here, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna take away her green card because she stole something. I feel like we can lock her up because she stole something, but that should be related to her stealing something. That shouldn't be related to Donald Trump having a Jones for like fictional boogeymen who are murderers, and then suddenly you're arresting hairdressers and sending Miss Sahakian to Iran.
Yeah. By the way, if I could just add, he says I'm still supporting Trump. Even though my friends say take the flag down, you're going through a lot. I'm like, no, the flag stands. Fine, you want to put the flag up. I don't think that Trump and the flag are the same, but you don't have to support Trump while your family is going through this. You're not obligated to do that. But okay, that's the general thing. What about immigration specifically? His opinion has very slightly changed, but he still supports Trump's immigration policy because in his view, Trump is trying to make America safer. Now, we have been trying now for 150 shows plus to get people to understand that it is not about the worst of the worst or violent criminals or anything like that. They're just trying to get rid of all migrants. But okay, fine, you don't accept that. But you know from your own personal experience, they're not locking up the worst of the worst because your wife is not the worst of the worst. Your wife 15 years ago committed a misdemeanor and is now potentially going to be deported. So you should not need me to convince you of this. You have your own personal lived experience that is telling you that their rhetoric and the policy are worlds apart, and yet it still doesn't get through. So should we just pack it in? What is the point? Like if we can, like I don't. That's not the challenge. Yeah, I don't know what the point is.
Those are great points. To whom do they go?
Yeah,
right. Like, so I can't help but think of like where the audience for this message is, and does it get there? So this interaction between you and me is us pointing out hypocrisies and weird shortcomings in arguments, and the consequence is probably going to be that it makes our audience, who is a certain demographic and certain psychographic or whatever you want to call it, and certain political cut, feel enraged and somehow better and with community, right? And then I ask myself, how do I get this message out to other people? But this guy, the message showed up at his door and stole his wife.
Yeah.
And it didn't get through to him. Like, that's what I love so much about your last point is it's like, bro, I don't know what to do. Now at a certain point, is it cope? Is it therapy? I don't know, man. And maybe it's just because this is a members only video that I'm going into this thing. I just don't know what to do.
I don't know.
And when I know what it is. I've said it in other videos that I've made where it's like, call it the hypocrisy so people can see it. And on the off chance that this gets to someone on the fringes, maybe the algorithm gets it to a 50-50, some kind of person. Do we change the title so it gets into that news feed better? Through click-through elevation, I don't know. And once they get through the door, are they gonna like the rest of the stuff we have on offer? I think what Cenk has typically done throughout history, just by how people approach and talk to me at events when they see that I work with TYT, it's like they do get to a point where they say, I don't agree with you on everything, but you do seem to be telling your actual opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that's all we can do in these scenarios, as opposed to like algo ride. And that's why I'm proud to be part of a lot of this content.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in a lot of it, is why I say proud to be a part of a lot of this content.
Thank you.
I don't know, that got philosophical, John.
You did. It feels like kind of explicitly, but definitely psychologically, it feels like a lot of right-wing politics for men is about the fear that their woman will be stolen.
Crazy.
And yet at the end of the day, you can steal their woman. And they don't really care.
Fair play.
I don't understand it. Again, maybe he's just got that much self-destructive empathy. I don't know. And I want his family to be back. I want their kids to have their mom. I want him to have his wife. I want her to have her freedom in the country that is hers as much as it's Trump's and Stephen Miller's. The news drives you crazy. Okay, well, thank you, members, for making this bonus content possible. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, Brett. See you all soon.